Doing a night ride this time. Basically, just want to give you guys an opportunity to see what the Insta X5 in night mode looks like, and to give you an idea what the moto lights look like in my configuration. So this is no moto lights, high beam and low beam. So this is going to be just BMW lights with the fog lights turned on, high beam and low beam. And you can see that the light kind of pivots itself the way it's supposed to. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn on the motor lights on low beam. So it's pretty easy to control it. You just have to hold down for 3 seconds, and now they're on, as you can see. So this is going to be the low beam setting. I believe these are 20%. 20% sounds right. I didn't want to overpower anybody with it. So this is low beam. That's high beam, and that's with the spot in the center. So there are a couple different ways that you can configure that spot. It's got a function where it only turns on at a certain speed. It's got a function where it marries itself with the high beams, and I just chose to have it marry with the high beams just simply because that's the time I'm going to use it. But get away from these street lights a little bit, you'll be able to actually see that spot at a distance on things like reflectors. I'm not exactly dead center on it. It is just a little bit right. And the reason why I was, it's very focused to stay center of the road, but I want to make sure that it hit any oncoming traffic. So these are high beams. I'm getting out of town here. This is going to be the low beams. As you can see, I really have them turned down. So not trying to kill anybody with it at night. Flash to pass. Makes a strobe like that. Supposed to do it with a horn too. Not exactly sure what's going on with that. It did. After my last software update, it stopped doing it. I checked the settings and everything. I'm not exactly sure why, but the flash to pass is pretty easy to activate. It kind of gets people's attention. I got that charger in front of me, so I think what I might end up doing is maybe slow it up a little bit. But so I talked in one of my other videos. If you want to check it out, it was a Knox armor review and some safety specs. I talked about collisions and things like that, so I don't want to go back over that. But I definitely can tell you that your comfort level at nighttime is really dependent on what your sight distance is. So if your line of sight is good, it really shouldn't bother you. The area that I live in, we got a lot of deer, so that's always a concern of mine, is things like deer. And as long as I got a half a knowledge of them, then I'm good to go. But I'm looking at it through the view on the X5. By the way, if you're curious where it's mounted, my X5 is actually mounted on the Insta motorcycle clamp mount to my windshield. And I love where it's set up because I don't have to have any extension rods or anything to have it on the handlebars. It stays stationary, it stays fixed. It's to my left-hand side so that I can do what I need to do with it and it doesn't obstruct my view. So that's all a major plus. The view from what I'm seeing looks pretty awesome. I'll go ahead and throw that up the high beam. Now you can really get an idea of where that's at as far as the beam length with the spot. The other spots out there, you can actually see the spot. And when we get in close to these trees, you'll actually see that it lights up upwards a little bit too. But just to give you an idea of what the range is, you can see those curve signs way ahead of you. So it does give you a lot of peace of mind. I'll go ahead and cut all of them off again just so you get an idea. So this is just stock BMW. low beam. There you can see the tilting. And trust me, BMW lights now are much better than they were in 2017. I did a trip from Georgia to Connecticut, and then from Connecticut back. And when I came back, I run to Blue Ridge, and I had to literally stop right into Blue Ridge at night because I'd literally get into corners and could not see what was in front of me. And with this tilting the way that it does now and moving, it takes away a lot of that. So, like I said, that's BMW low beam with fog lights, BMW high beam. So BMW definitely come a long way with this. And the shifting of the light is so subtle, you really don't notice that it's doing it. Now I'm going to go ahead and go back to the Lone Riders. And there you go on high beam. So I definitely feel a lot better with them. You know, my primary purpose for getting them was for daytime visibility. This is just a bonus. I don't know how much night riding I'll do. Got a couple bigger trips planned. I got one that's a couple years out, 2027 for Alaska. And I know I won't need them in Alaska because of the amount of daylight that you get. But on the way up there, I'll need them because I plan on trying to do a couple of iron butts on the way up, a couple of iron butts on the way back. Try to spend the majority of my road time in Alaska. But get it. You know, I got pretty good moonlight right now, so I'm sure that's helping the camera as far as that's concerned. But if it looks as good as it does now when I post it, you'll really be able to establish the fact that X5 is a good investment if you're a moto vlogger, something you're interested in doing. I mean, even if you don't have a YouTube channel, you know, if you like to document your trips, it's a pretty neat way to do it. I've been complaining a lot about temperature. I'm actually in the Adventure Spec jacket. There's a review coming up on that. Matter of fact, I'll probably work on that as soon as I get off the road. But outside temperature 77, but humidity level's got to be close to 100. I didn't mention this in the last video. I did a review on this Exotech helmet, and right now I'm visor down. It does have pin lock, so if pin lock is a deal breaker for you, if you don't have it, then this definitely has it. It's the first time I've actually used pin lock. I found out really quick with the Scorpion XO 18960. I was running in March. It was cold, temperatures in the 40s, and it was raining on me, and I was really having a problem with it fogging up. I mean, it was a serious issue, and so I'm kind of glad this has a pin lock in there. It seems to be making a difference because I would have been fogged up. I'm pretty sure I would have been fogged up right now. My glasses are fogged up. Anyway, we're going to get into just a little bit of a town here. It's not much of one. We're going to be in and out of it pretty quickly. But this will give you an idea of what streetlights do to the Insta. Can I come to a complete stop without putting the foot down? Yeah. Hey, how about that? Pretty good amount of street lights and stuff here, just to give you some idea of the clarity. Again, going back to the X5. If you got any questions for me, feel free to throw them in the comment section. I'm more than happy to answer them if I can. I didn't say it in my last video, but I got a few subscribers subscribers are really much appreciated. I've got quite a few views on the tour tech video. Not as many on these other ones, but it's to be expected. You know? I'm just putting information out there. If it's valuable to you, take advantage of it. Use it. I'm not saying that anything that I'm doing is scripture, because it's not. It's my personal opinion. It's unbiased. All the reviews of all the products that you're seeing so far, I purchased myself. So if that changes, I'll let you know. But I hope that the information I give you. Oh, by the way, going back to the X5 and X5 settings, it is stock. It's in motorcycle mode as far as what type when it's on daytime, but right now, I haven't made any modifications to settings. So out the box, this is what you're going to get out of it. And all in all, I think it looks pretty damn good. So I hope it does in post. If it does, it'll show up on YouTube. So I got a chance to get on an interstate. It's actually a bypass, but it's set up for 70 miles an hour. This will give you a chance to see the lights, and then it'll give me an opportunity to see what looks different about higher speeds. Everything I've been doing up to this point has been about 55 miles an hour. So we'll see how this kind of works out. Definitely notice a difference in the corner. Feel a whole lot better. There you go, low beam, high beam. So there's low beam, 10%, high beam, spot plus 100%. This is BMW by itself. Low beam, high beam. So may actually move my lights back up to 20%. So you really get a feel for what the functionality is. You do something like interstate speed. I don't know if that's going to sound any better or any worse, but it's probably going to be more echoey with the screen closed. But I'm on focus on my eyeglasses. But I'm really impressed with the Motolights. I'm glad I invested in them. They're a lot of money. They're definitely expensive. But just like anything else, I believe you get what you pay for. So, and I honestly compared these to the Denali D7s. Price was not a factor. The biggest reason why the Denali D7 Pros did not make it on this bike is it takes up so many spots on the Hex can, Easy can. It takes up 4 spots if you want to do everything that I'm doing right now, which is a complete Easy can. This set of lights on the front is only using one circuit of the Hex, Easy can, and mine is actually the Moto can. This is one that comes from Lone Rider. It was specifically made for them. I believe the equivalent in, they're both made by Hex, but I believe that the Hex Mojave does the same thing that the Lone Rider Motolights does. But just using one circuit on there, you think about it, I've got the accessory brake light, that's 2 circuits used. The other 2 circuits are open, and I can legitimately see me using those for heated gear for me and heated gear for my van. So I think it works out pretty well that way. Mounting 2 Easy cans underneath the GSA 1300. Man, good luck. Um, there, there's room under there, but you might have to take everything apart to do a software update, literally. Um, or you would possibly have to put a hole in the little toolbox underneath the passenger seat and put it in there so it would be accessible. I mean, I honestly, I don't know if there's any other way to do it. I mean, there's just not a lot of room under there. So, but for noise purposes, if you watch my other video when I did the review on this new helmet, the Scorpion X Attack, it is actually quieter than the 1860, and to be honest with you, I think it's even quieter than uh, Chewy. I mean, I know it's quieter than Chewy, but yeah. I hope you enjoyed that. There's a little bit of everything. I'll be curious to see what that audio sounds like on the interstate speed, because we don't see too many people actually doing moto vlogging at highway speed because of the amount of noise. So I'll be kind of curious. And I'm not open the visor. I'm gonna leave the visor down and stand up. Yeah, no, you won't. If it cuts out all this noise, it'll be big. Back behind the windscreen here, that's 100%. Really doesn't seem to make a whole lot of difference as far as what I'm hearing. I'm gonna go ahead and cut off here.